Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. It's hump day, y'all. Just coming on, not gonna be on very long, but I like to check in when things going on that I see in the news or whatever. I like to voice my little opinion and everything. And I always come from a place of love when I give my opinion on situations. And I remember we used to administer the Gallup survey. In the Gallup survey, one of the questions was, I think my opinion counts. And so, yes, your opinion does count. You are important. I don't care if you're the janitor or you're the CEO. Everybody has a job to do. And we just need to learn how to accept one another and agree to disagree. We're not going to all have the same opinion about things. And I mean, that's how life works. So, but the reason why I said all this, I wanted to come on and talk about Harry and Meghan and their situation. And they say that he's just announced that he's writing a book about his life or whatever, and I think it's scheduled to be released sometime next year. And I thought about his situation, and he's royalty, for God's sake. Remember? And I thought about I was sitting and I heard it this morning when I was getting ready for work. They were talking about it on the Today Show, which is my favorite morning show, by the way. But anyway, I thought about something, and I stepped outside of what's the norm and what's always expected. And you know what I thought about? I thought about those Christmas Hallmark movies. Where the what they call them, a nursemaid or whatever. One of them was played by this really pretty young girl. She's an actress. Can't think of her name, but on Hallmark, she came to help the young bachelor with his daughter. I think the mother had died. Yeah, the mother had died. And so he wasn't a bachelor. He was a divorcee, right? But anyway, she came to help him, and they ended up falling in love. But traditionally, they would marry somebody else who's royalty, someone who's basically been groomed to be his wife. But against the status quo, he ended up falling for her, and it didn't happen in the movie. But we would assume that they ended up together in marriage or whatever. And then I thought about Harry and Meghan and their situation. So if you think about it, if you really, really think about it and take off all the layers, all of the formalities, and just look at the love, the way they met, I'm not even really just sure. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is, anytime you're like, if your family of millionaires, and then you go and get someone out of the ghetto, I'm just going to keep it real, out of the hood, and bring her into the family, there's going to be a lot of resentment. And so real love has to find its way how to deal with situations like that. And y'all bear with me for a minute so you can understand where I'm going. So Harry, as a young man, lost his mom. He and his brother, I'm sure, were very, very close. And it kind of saddens me to know that they're not as close as they have been, should be, would have been, or whatever, had his relationship been different. I guess. All we know is what we see, and we base our opinions on what we see because we really don't know the facts. So, when you don't know all the facts and form an opinion, then sometimes you could just be spot wrong, dead wrong. So I'm saying all that to say, give him a chance. A lot of people have their opinions, and they're saying, oh, he shouldn't be doing this, he going against his family. But what about his heart? What about his heart? I know a situation where a young man, he's of African descent, and he had gone home to visit, and maybe he knew and maybe he didn't, but his family had already arranged, just like on Eddie Murphy on Coming to America, his family had already arranged a wedding. He and this young lady, a beautiful young lady though, they're a beautiful couple. They got married, and you can see in the pictures, I'm serious, you can see in the pictures they didn't know anything about each other. It was just mannerism, body language says a lot. It does. And so I don't know, I guess I'm saying all this to say this. Sometimes we can't help who we love. It may not be who our family agree with, but if that person has a pure heart, if they have a beautiful spirit, sometimes we just have to learn to let go and let God. Yes, I'm a mother. I'm a single mother, and my daughter has dated some guys that I did not like. And I learned, and at first I didn't like it, and I'm just gonna keep it real with you. And when the Lord changed me, I said, you know what, Lord, let me give this person the benefit of the doubt, because God could change anybody. And if the situation don't work out, it just don't work out. But guess what? I'm not God. I can't put people together. I can't take them apart. I can't break them up. I don't have that kind of power. None of us do. Even if you manipulate your way into a relationship, are you really happy there because you manipulated something that the devil may have been helping you with, instead of you getting the blessing from God? I'm just saying, I feel like, you know, though Harry and William, I'm sorry, because I had done a video and I was talking about Harry and William, but I couldn't think of William's name. I think I may have called him something else. I'm not sure. But all I want to say is, give him a chance. Give him a chance. You know, and maybe he felt like the guy did in the Hallmark movie. I wish I could link that movie. But I can't even think of what the name of it was. But it's been a lot of situations where the girls, the young ladies who just came from humble beginnings or whatever, they were just ordinary people, and they met royalty and they fell in love. And the love was genuine because it wasn't based on what they had, where they came from, who they knew, who they were related to. You know, and so I don't know, my heart goes out to him because, you know, because he loved who he loved. Again, I don't know all of the situation, but there's been bickering in the family. And like I said, I'm assuming based on what I see. I don't know. I don't have all the details. But isn't it kind of sad? Because, you know, as a grown woman who had her mother for 50 something years, and to lose her, and I know what that felt like, and for him to lose his mother as a child, and then to also lose his family, because when you lose people like that, I don't know, my heart just goes out to him. And because I look at him as that Duke or whatever in the movie, who the guy told him, you know, the guy basically was telling him, and also the young lady that liked him, that this girl was beneath him. What gives you the right to say that, though? You know, what gives you the right to make that assumption or to come to that conclusion? Because they came from different backgrounds? I don't know. I just thought about him, and I thought about him as a young boy, and they showed pictures of him and his brother walking with their mother, and then they lost their mother at such a young age, and then that probably got them closer, and then now for that separation, it's just kind of sad, you know. And I wish they can find a way to get the love back, you know. Set aside the differences, set aside the things that make them different, and concentrate on love. Because love could cover a multitude of sins. You know, it could change situations, circumstances, and people. It could bring you a peace that surpasses our understanding. And so I don't know, my heart just went out to them and to him. Like, again, I'm just a commoner. But you know what? My father is rich in houses and land, and I come from royalty. Yes. So I'm a commoner in the eyesight of people. You understand? And I had to realize that. And I mean, that's what we need to instill in our children. Children go around thinking they're less than because they don't have the best of this, the best clothes, the best shoes, the best cars to drive, the best house to live in. Baby, God made you. Even if you live in a hut, you're still royalty because God made you. He thought enough to bring you, to let you live and be in this world. So every child need to feel like that. And it's every parent's responsibility. You know, sometimes we fail. You know, my daughters and I have conversations that I think they think that I was pretty mean. But I think, you know, tough love is the best. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, I just wanted to come on because my heart was heavy. I was thinking about Harry and his situation in his book, and I know people are going to have their opinions, and they were saying that now because of this, the family will probably never get back together. But I hope and pray that the Lord will unite them as a family and set aside their differences, because God gives you a family. You can choose who else you bring into your life, but God gives you a family. And so I don't know. I don't know. I still see him as that little boy, one of the little boys who lost their mother. In the world, the world loved Princess Diana. So I don't know. I'm just saying, be considerate, be loving, be empathetic. Talk to y'all later. Bye.